with me across the sea. Return to paradise.
Return to Paradise Beach gets its name from the movie made here starring Gary Cooper and Roberta Haynes back in 1953. This beautiful beach was chosen and Hollywood came to Samoa. Ma'amea Matatu Umua played a key role and later helped frame the Samoan Constitution.
My son speaks well.
His oldest granddaughter, Aiono Hinari Petana, is now board chairman of the resort and Samoa High Commissioner to Australia. Another granddaughter is now our Prime Minister, Fia Me Naomi Ta'afa. Pitawi Malemau was the daughter of Ma'amea Matatu Umua. She married Mata'afa, who became the first Prime Minister of Samoa. After his passing, Pitawi served Samoa in a number of roles on the world stage, including United Nations Ambassador and High Commissioner to New Zealand. At this time, she approached her niece Ramona with the dream for her to bring her family back to Samoa to build something for Lefanga. In 2007, Ramona answered the call and returned to Samoa. The village Matai were looking for someone they could trust to take care of the beach, and so offered it to Ramona and her family. Ramona's family agreed to lease the beach to build a resort. They attracted investors from New Zealand. However, the global financial crisis hit, and those investors pulled out. A second group of investors came on board, and then they too pulled out as the financial crisis worsened. A third group came on board and flew into Samoa to sign the agreement the very day of the 2009 tsunami. This spooked the investors, and they left the island never to return. So a group of Samoan business owners got behind Ramona and put their money together to build this dream. In 2011, the jungle which came right down to the beach was cleared by hand for what has now become the Return to Paradise Resort. In 2012, construction commenced. In 2013, there was a major setback. Halfway through the construction, the banks changed their minds about lending to a customary lease project and pulled their funding. Funds ran out and the project was halted. There were 150 construction workers at the time, and they were all laid off. But they all showed up for work. They were so committed to seeing Return to Paradise resorts built in their village. They insisted on working for no pay until more funding could be found. These amazing men and women worked for 2 months before alternative loans were found to continue building and to pay back their wages. So this is truly the resort that love built. Lefanga then had an unemployment rate of over 75%. Yet, these are the people who came together to build this special place. It has been created by Samoans with architecture, carvings and gardens, all designed to make guests feel they are in a special part of Samoa and that they are very, very welcome. Sadly, Pitawi passed away before the resort was completed. However, her daughter Fia Me, now Samoa's Prime Minister, graciously gave her blessing for the resort conference facility to be called the Pitawi Ballroom in her memory. In 2014, the resort was opened by then Prime Minister Tula Epa Sailele Maniele Mahoi, with 43 resort rooms and 8 villas. He was a great supporter of the resort, which probably would not be here without his unflinching support. In 2015, the resort won the prestigious Best Place in the Pacific to spend New Year's Eve, titled by Booking.com, just 1 year after opening. The resort developed its giving back wing with fundraising events in New Zealand, Samoa and Fiji to raise funds for Pacific spinal injuries and other causes. The resort's charity work was supported by many high-profile backers, led by then All Black captain Richie McCaw, Eric Rush, Sir Michael Jones, and actor Timuera Morrison. 2015 was also the year the resort began sponsoring the Tour Samoa in their preparations for international competition. Tour Samoa regularly have the camps at Return to Paradise and call the resort their spiritual home. In 2016, the resort won the prestigious Prime Minister Culinary Cup for the best new dish featuring Samoan and New Zealand cuisine. The award-winning dish, Paradise Lamb, is still a main feature of the menu. The highlight of 2016 was a welcome back to Hollywood actress Roberta Haynes, love interest of Gary Cooper in the Return to Paradise movie. Roberta came back from Hollywood for a celebration weekend where she was embraced by all of Samoa, including a red carpet of flowers for a re-showing of the movie premiere. At the ball, she announced that Samoa had embraced her so lovingly that she had told her family that when she passes away, she wants her ashes brought back to Return to Paradise Beach, where she feels she truly belongs. In 2017, a further 11 villas were built. In 2018, the chapel by the sea was added and opened by then Deputy Prime Minister Fiame Naomi Mata'afa. In 2019, Roberta Haynes passed away, so her family brought her ashes back to Return to Paradise. She is now with us forever in her final resting place in front of chapel by the sea. After the funeral service, her granddaughter honoured Roberta by her very own Tawalunga Siva. In 2020, Return to Paradise won the Supreme Award of Excellence at the Samoa Tourism Awards. 2020 also saw the commencement of our coral restoration and conservation program, where our team are propagating heat-resistant corals for replanting all around Samoa to combat climate change. In a spirit of collaboration, the resort and the village met together and agreed to declare a protected marine reserve for the entire 1.2 kilometers of the resort's waterfront land so the coral restoration project can thrive and expand. 2020 also saw the global pandemic hit and the borders closed. The resort had to reluctantly lay off 110 of its 150 workforce. Even though they were not able to be employed, the resort delivered weekly food parcel to their families until the cash ran out. In 2021, while the pandemic raged and the borders remained closed, Return to Paradise continued to show its faith in the future of Samoa tourism by adding a further 11 villas, bringing the total number of guest rooms to 117. In 2022, the borders reopened and Tour Samoa made it to the finals of the Rugby League World Cup. The team came back to Samoa to celebrate and chose to stay at Return to Paradise, the place they call their spiritual home. In 2023, saw a milestone in Return to Paradise's resort's charity support, as the 2023 Gala Dinner in Auckland saw the total raised and distributed since opening past 3 million tāla. 2023 also saw the resort sign an environmental memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment. This caused great excitement as the MNRE team photographed a highly endangered juvenile manumea bird in the resort's forest. 2024 saw the resort grow further to enhance our guest experience. The gym was opened with first-class international equipment. The Lomi Wellness Spa was established with 7 treatment rooms and a jacuzzi. The government provided the long-awaited new public road for safe egress for the resort. 2024 also saw our new road completed in time for the resort to host 19 Commonwealth country leaders, and their delegation hosted a Return to Paradise for the Commonwealth heads of government meetings. And now, the Whetaui Ballroom is open to provide a world-class setting for weddings, family reunions, and international conferences. So now we celebrate the resort's 10th anniversary. Return to Paradise is proudly 100% Samoan owned and operated, is holding its own against international brands. Return to Paradise Resort has won multiple awards, including the Prime Minister's Culinary Cup, Champion Fia Group, Champion String Band, Champion Fire Knife Dancers, Robert Louis Stevenson Best Tours Award, TripAdvisor Traveller's Choice Award, and the Tourism Industry's Supreme Award of Excellence. All very proud achievements for a Samoan family-operated resort. So what is next? Afmasanga Ramona does not see herself as a resort owner. She is the guardian of a heritage. A resort in paradise that is 100% owned by Samoans and staffed by the extended family. So everything you spend here goes back into the local community, creating meaningful jobs for the families that are very grateful for your support. So when you come to Return to Paradise Resort, you are not just visiting a resort. You are being hosted by the very families who have owned this land for over 1,000 years. We trust you will experience the spirit of Return to Paradise Resort. Have a special time at the resort and then go on your way. But one day soon, you too will want to bring your family, friends and colleagues as you return to paradise.